All right. Again, welcome to tonight's call, tonight's team party. It is November 7th, Monday, November 7th. And I want to welcome everybody on here and everybody that is jumping on late. Welcome. So, challenge groups have been on the mind and on conversation lately, right? How many of you guys, okay, I already know the answer to this one. How many of you guys have rockin' challenge groups? Raise your hand. I know I can see you're not really Ellie. I looked up and I was like, that's not Ellie. That's funny. Okay, how many of you have rockin' challenge groups? I know on this call that there are some of you that do. Raise your hand. We're talking paid groups. Let's just talk paid groups right now. Okay, Tandy says, raise your hand, yes. Heather says, Sophie says, Jamie says, Okay. How many of you have rockin' free groups? Raise your hand. No? Heather says yes. Sophie says yes. Tandy says yes. Sometimes not always. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm telling more than just those of you that are on here because this is being recorded, and I hope that a lot of people will watch this because I'm talking to the masses. I'm talking to the majority. So I'm going to ask you the next question. How many of your coaches have rocking free groups? How many of you coaches on your team have rockin' free groups? Okay, Tandy says 0. Heather says 0. Lara, you probably have one. No? Okay. All right. So, okay, and then wait, I have to ask the other question. So how many of those of you on your team or your coaches have rocking paid groups? So for free groups is 0. I'm guessing that the paid groups is probably 0. Okay, 0. All right. So how do we make that duplicatable, right? That's the question of the day. It's not necessarily that you guys are rocking free groups, because more power to you if you're rocking free groups. That's why they created challenge groups, for people to do amazing things, people to change lives, blah, 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 right? And so I commend those of you who just kill your challenge group. Now, you guys know, and a lot of you have been around a long time, that paid challenge groups, we have templates, like pages and pages of templates of challenge groups. But yet, we share those templates with our team, and what happens? You guys just said 0, right? And I can tell you that those of you that raise your hand that have rocking challenge groups have your own template. Like, that's your thing. It's not my template. It's not my challenge group template, right? So if you take it a step up, like, okay, so I have all these templates I shared years ago, but are you guys that are rocking challenge groups using them? No, you're using your own thing. So you sharing your templates, obviously you're getting the same response that I have gotten. Either someone is creating their own and just killing it, or they're not using the template, right? So being duplicatable has been an issue for me for a long time. I've never really been able to master that because all I know is the way everybody else does it, right? Okay, let's see, maybe we'll try this and get a little bit more engagement, and then you send it off to your coach, and then they try and do what you're doing, and they fail, and then they stop doing it, which is exactly what we don't want. Okay, so I had a revelation recently, and some of you guys know this too, and actually I want to take it a step back. When we first started this business, before we had challenge groups, we used to say that if coaches sold, one tiny little thing in their first month, that would be a sense of retention, right? Like, oh my gosh, a small success. So here we are. We've got everything under the sun for our challengers. We've got every template that imaginable, and yet our coaches are still not producing. Even though we know if they sell one challenge pack, it's amazing. So what it comes down to is it has to be individualized, right? It has to come from the person that's doing it. Well, 90% of our coaches are terrified to run a group. Am I right? Terrified, 90%. So then how do we make it individual because they don't have a template, and 90% of them are terrified? We have to create small wins. That's what it comes down to. It's not even a sale, it's like small wins, which a free group is a small win. And so we, again, created templates. And here's a template. You don't have to sell anything. And here's just a free group, right? But it has to be individualized. So are we all on the same page? Like, we're all kind of like agreeing with, we need to figure out how to make this individualized so that our coaches get small wins and that they're able to run with it and do their amazing challenge groups that some of you guys have, right? All right, so that being said, I'm gonna just go through and if this is, repetitious to some of you, because I know I talk to some of you more often than others, I'm gonna share what I have been doing, and then I wanna hear your feedback, what you're doing that works, what Sophia's feedback is, because she wants to give her feedback on challenge groups. And then it'll be a really good discussion. But I wanted to share with you how I'm changing things up. Again, I apologize if you guys have already heard this. But what I love about this is that I feel that this is duplicatable, okay? So when I thought about a challenge group, when I really thought about challenge group, I thought, you know what? When I first started this business, challenge groups didn't exist. How did I become a lifer in this Beachbody? Like, I live and breathe Beachbody. How did that happen? It wasn't a challenge group. It was a coach. And I was doing a program, and I was communicating with my coach through text message because I had questions about nutrition, or I had questions about the meal plan and what can I substitute this and can I substitute that, and she would be really quick to text me back. Of course, her texts were like super long. She's not even in this business anymore, but that's how I got through my first program. It wasn't a community. It wasn't me posting my pictures in a group. It was me struggling to get through this program, P90X. So I had to like look back and go, I am never going to leave this company because that program changed my life. Well, if I look at all my challengers and all my coaches, how many, I'm looking at my like some little board over here, how many of them did this business like change their life from head to toe? Obviously you guys, right? But over 7 years, not a whole lot, because I can tell you how many people have canceled and quit because it didn't connect with them like it has with myself, with you guys, because it didn't change their lives. So I go, okay, well, let me think about this, right? We always say tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. Do your own thing, do your own thing, do your own thing, right? We're talking about it being individualized. Do your own thing. So I thought tunnel vision. And then I thought, well, hey, who says you have to do a challenge group? Right? This is me going, who says you have to do a challenge group? Corporate says you have to do, no, you don't really. They don't really say you have to do challenge group. Everybody else says you have to do challenge group because that was just their challenge packs. Okay, so then let's look at this another way. So if I say I don't need to do a challenge group, then how do I continue to hit Success Club? Granted, 48 months, I dropped Success Club. And I will tell you why this is part of this process. Month after that, no problem. Hit Success Club because of this new way of thinking. So, being individualized. You don't have to do what everybody says. But you have to find a way, if you want to be successful, you have to find a way to hit those benchmarks. And the benchmark is Success Club. But we want lifers here. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of people quitting. I'm tired of people just not getting it. I'm not even talking about the business. I'm talking about living and breathing this company. That's what I'm talking about. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go back to doing what I did before. I am going to buck the system, and I'm not going to do a challenge group because, truthfully, I don't enjoy running them. I don't enjoy running them because I don't feed off of the accountability. That's just me. That's individualized. That's not everybody. Okay? So I said, okay, I'm going to work with people the way that I was worked with in the beginning. Well, how do I hit my benchmarks that way? Well, how many people do I need to work with? 3 people. Okay, I can work with 3 people a month, right? I don't need 20 people. I can work with 3 people a month and hit Success Club at the bare minimum. I'm going to be posting in my challenge group every day, so why can't I text someone every day? The same text. They're all going to be doing a program. They're all going to be starting on the same day. Copy, paste the text. But the difference when I looked at the big picture, when I finally made this decision of like, you know what, screw this, no challenge. Okay, so what does this look like? Oh my gosh, I get to learn and know people like individuals, like the way my coach learned about me and my goofy sense of humor or whatever. That's what I've always wanted. But with challenge groups, for me, I never got that because there wasn't an opportunity for this really individual conversation to happen. Okay? Now, you may be able to have those great conversations in challenge groups, but I was not. And I missed that. And to me, I think that those conversations is what helps create this feeling of just how amazing this company is, right? So, okay. So I made this decision, yes. All right. So then you have to look at the pros and cons. So then I go to the challenge group. Okay, so if I'm skipping the challenge group, what will I be missing out on, right? What will I be missing out on? And then I had this big aha moment. I think that people are putting the cart before the horse with challenge groups. And here's why. When you have your challengers in the challenge group, you are, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general, I'm saying the masses, are trying to get your customers, your challengers, to post their pictures and to tag them and to step out of their comfort zone and to become coaches before they're coaches, right? You're prepping them to be coaches. And this is the part that I was like, wait a minute. Nobody ever did that to me. I didn't need that. The whole posting on social media, it just came out, right? Like, I don't need to pre-prep people for coaching. And that's when I made the decision that I personally am not doing challenge groups and especially not pre-prepping people to coaching, because here's why. If I can get one person or 3 people a month to finish a program where I have a before picture, an after picture, and an amazing text that says, oh my God, I cannot believe I did this. I fit this in my schedule. Guess what? those are the coaches that are the next generation, right? Then we teach them how to freaking post on social media because they feel amazing. That's how I want to do it. So I made the decision. So then what happens with the challenge tracker app? Well, I personally use it because it keeps me on track. So what do? And I'm kind of going ahead of the game because I wanted to go back to free groups, but I personally use it. So I give my 3 people that I'm working individually with an opportunity to use it. I say, okay, well, we're going to work one-on-one, text message. You're going to give me your start date. You're going to give me your before and after pictures. Just like a challenge group, but it's me and you. It's me and you. I will help you figure it out in your schedule, because here's the one thing too that I think is missing when you run a group. And I don't know about you, but every person I run into is too busy to fit in their fitness, right? How many of you run into people that are too busy? Okay? What if you had a way, and you guys know how to, what if you had a way to figure out how to fit in their 30 minutes? But in a group setting, do you think that they're going to see that? No, because they don't have time. So what if out of those 3 people, you're like, okay, you got to give me your start date. All right. We decided a start date. Okay, so now give me your week. What does your week look like? Well, I'll give you an example. This woman that I'm working with is probably one of the most busiest people on the planet. She's a full-time nurse. She's a full-time student, and she works nights on the weekends. Like, when she gave me her schedule in the beginning, when I was talking to her about this, I was like, oh my God, I thought I hadn't seen the schedule that bad. And yet she was one of the ones that committed, because she felt like if she could fit 30 minutes in somewhere miraculously that I was going to find for her, then she would feel mentally better, that she's borderline diabetic, that she would change her ways, because I am going to sit down with her and I'm going to figure out how you fit in that 30 minutes. And that's exactly what we did. And I have another girl this week. She's working crazy nurse shift hours, right? Okay, so tell me your schedule. All right, well, I'm working Monday, but I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I work nights Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so I take out the what's the thing we're doing right now? Quarter fours schedule. And I was like, all right then. Tuesday, you're going to do this. Wednesday, you're going to do this. Thursday, you're going to do this. Friday, you're going to switch the rest day for that because you're working nights. And Saturday, boom. Oh my God, you're right. Text message. I know for a fact that my people will get through that first week without a problem at all. So what's the difference between that and a challenge group? Nothing. I hit Success Club. The difference is that these people will start to see results. And so those of you that saw Mike's video, Jatana Jackson's challenge group, she's got a contract and, it's like this formal thing. And I was like, but that's the same thing. Like, I'm getting to know these people. I'm not dropping Success Club for it, but I'm getting to know this. I don't have a notebook. I want a notebook with success stories. And for me, the only way to do that is to make this individual. So now how is this duplicatable to our new coaches? If your new coaches took one person, that's a small success. One person. How many of you could take one person and text message them every day? Like, your best friend, let's just say, your best friend on the planet decides they're going to do this with you. And guess what? Maybe they're going to borrow your thing. They're not even going to pay for it. Would you not, to keep you accountable, text message them every day for 30 days to get them results? One person. So that's not opening a challenge group. That's not creating a challenge group. That's not following a template. That's not adding all this other time on their schedule. That's a small win. Okay? So then they go, well, one person, maybe I'll try for 3. I can fit in 3 texts, copy, paste text. while I'm, because I need to keep myself accountable. Versus like, how do I challenge group? And I got to post on social media. I got to take pictures and post. And like, this is a relationship thing, right? So I finally figured out, okay, well, you know what? This is number one. You do hit Success Club. Number two, this is duplicatable and not scary, because if you take one person that you're helping, we got into this business to help people, and we get so scared because we make this big thing and this thing, right? Thing, that they get scared and they don't want to do it. But if we give them like one task, like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to follow a template when you're texting someone, especially when you have gifts. You send them gifts and you make them die laughing. They're like, oh my God, this is a real person. She really cares about me. It takes you 5 seconds. Like, you're going to send your best friend the same gift anyways, right? Why not send it to your challenger? It's not added time out of your schedule. You're not scheduling posts. You're not, copying and pasting from a template, and you're going through and you're finding a motivational quote or whatever. So that's my end game. So as far as individualizing the Success Club, paid challenge group way for your coaches, that's how I have shifted, because I want people to have small wins. I really, really honestly miss connecting with my challengers. I don't even want to call them challengers anymore, because that's not really what they are. That's like a number thing. Challengers is a number thing. In my books, for me personally, it's numbers. Okay. So with the Challenge Tracker app, they have the option to join in with me, because I'm going to do it anyways. Plus, anyone who purchases the program, not a challenge pack, will get an invitation as well, because they're not getting the text messages from me every day, but they're getting the Challenge Tracker app because they purchased the program, and I still want them to have success, right? We all wonder, what do we do with everybody else that doesn't buy a challenge pack? That's what you do. You put them in the Challenge Tracker, because most people start out don't buy challenge packs, right? But you want to value your time spent, so you work with them individually, and that they still see the value in Beachbody and the Challenge Tracker and community, right? So that's the paid program, paid challenge group. I was going to talk about my free challenge group and individualizing that, but I don't think that that's going to actually fit this conversation, because I think that what brought this subject up was when Mike talked about Chitana's new challenge group way of thinking and way to do it. And he got really excited because he felt like his challenge group sucked. I was like, well, here's what I'm doing. I'm going to share what I'm doing, because maybe that'll give someone an insight and go, right? Like, for those of you that run an amazing challenge group, that is your talent. You are meant to do that. Keep doing that. But I want you guys to see success away from you. And if we keep sharing things that are not working for them, we got to give them other options. And this was this big aha moment. I said, I'm going to try this for me. And then I started thinking more and more about it being duplicatable. And what about new coaches? And wait a minute. Yes, new coaches. Because if they sell one challenge pack and they get one person results, how will that change their view of this whole entire business? Versus getting 3 people and putting them in a challenge group, and 3 people that don't make it through the whole program. Guess what happens to our coaches? I don't want to do this. I can tell you that, because it's happened multiple times. All right, I want to hear what your feedback is, what's working for you, what's not working for you. So share with me. Sophia, you started off, kiddo.
All right, Sophie, what do you want to say?
Instead of chocolate, I wanted to make a Shakeology chocolate.
Yes, so that they can avoid the chocolate, right? The Halloween chocolate, and make Shakeology chocolate instead, right? Perfect. I love it. What else? Anything else?
Wait,
What?
I think.
Wait, repeat yourself.
can you hear
I
us?
think.
What else do you think?
I've got like,
What would make someone do really good at their exercise?
well, I thought of like a cucumber caramel.
Oh, okay. What about apple caramel?
Yeah, it's better.
Apple. Okay. All right, apple caramel. Should we put that on our meal plan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm going to write that down. Thank you. Anybody else? Tandy, do the boys have any suggestions on healthy eating?
Probably not, but they liked the Shakeology. They perked right up at that.
Yay! All right, high five. Okay, so I am reading, Tiffany, the groups I've run thus far have all been ho-hum and not exciting. I truly felt that I wasn't doing my job as a coach and helping them in this group setting last month. I was thinking of implementing exactly what you're talking about. I actually posted this in this training group that we did. I know some of you are in there too. And it was like this big relief that everybody felt like, oh my God, oh, we can do that? And that's kind of how I felt. Like, can we do that? Yeah, you can do that. I'm not telling you to stop everything and like not sell a challenge pack. Like, we want results. This is the vital behavior, the vital, what is it? Vital process. Us getting results, our people getting results. I'm going to stop saying challengers. I'm going to make it my goal to not say challenge. My clients, my customers, my clients. And I'll tell you the conversations. Okay, Jamie, 1 second. The conversations that I've had, I'm going to, do you guys want me to read off what I wrote about like when we had that conversation? Okay, let me grab one real quick. Was that your question, Jamie? I can't see you right now, but let me
No, I had a couple of other questions, but I would love that information too.
So I'm going to give you an example. And let me just tell you where my 3 people came from. Okay? So I have to look at their names real quick because I got to remember where each of them came from. And actually, 2 of them came from the same person. So one of them came from my free group that was my Finding Balance in the Chaos, which obviously came from an ad first, but I had 125 people in there. One, I actually said, you know what, have you thought about like taking this further? Because she was one that in that group, she was like, this group was the best thing ever. So like, why wouldn't I ask her to like, okay, if it's the best thing ever, what are you going to do? I'm not running this group again until January. So what are you going to do between now and then? So that was one girl. The next 2 girls that I'm working with came off of an ad about choices. And it was just an ad about choices. And I just had a conversation with them. And that was it. I just honestly had a conversation about how they fit in their day. And when the one girl told me her schedule, she would have naturally, I want to find that message because she would have naturally not been you would have been like, oh no, I'm not even going to ask her because her schedule was redonkulous. I need to find, where is she? Because that's a good one. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so she joined my free group, but she never, no, she didn't. It was off the ad. I offered her to join the free group after we ended. Okay. So here it is. She answered my ad that was about choices, and she said, thank you so much for applying. Both of the programs you mentioned have me interested. And I just basically said, taking people under my wing. Let me go back real quick. Let me show you this ad. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I'm not. Share screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Yeah, okay. So I have 2 ads running. I like that someone actually put a grouchy face here. I have 2 ads running, but it doesn't matter. If you guys aren't running ads, it doesn't matter. It's the point of where to get to the conversation. 2 same exact text, 2 different pictures. But basically I said we have choices. We have choices to work the night shift. We have choices to work the day shift, choices to work 12-hour shifts, overtime, all choices, right? So I'm speaking to my people, like nurses. Why do we make those choices? 90% of the time, those choices are driven by financial decisions. Kids and family to support, medical bills to pay, student loans to pay for. We choose to take a shift where we will be compensated so that we can pay those bills. We also have choices that benefit our health. See, those shifts I spoke of eat at people, especially those nurses I have connected with. I cannot tell you how many nurses I talk to on a daily basis that are completely exhausted. Their jobs are literally taking their lives away from them, and they just don't know what else to do except those shifts and the overtime. I'm here to tell you that you have a choice, that you can set your own destiny. You can work on making a life where you can make the choice based on your lifestyle you want to live, not the one you feel you have to live. I made a decision 7 years ago to work hard outside of my crappy 10-hour shift and long commute and work on myself, both physically and mentally. I shared with others what I was doing, and because I worked so hard on myself, I had the choice to take a position that was close to home and a choice to go home early if there is no need for me. I am not lucky I get to go home early. I worked very hard to be able to make that choice. A decision I'm super proud of. I am looking for only 3 women that I can take under my wings who are absolutely tired of working the night shift or any other crappy shift out of need because it is eating at you. You feel run down and you want your life back. You want to take care of you so that you can make choices based on you and not your circumstances. If you are ready to focus on you and your ability to make choices in life that align with your heart, I would love to talk to you about this. Simply comment below that you're interested and I will send you a message. Okay, so you guys, when this first was posted, I got some feedback on it and it was kind of like, I don't know what it really says. Are you know, do you have a job available, you know? But I have so many people that I hit every single pain point that I'm just having conversations behind the scenes with that. Like, it's just, the conversation can go in any direction with that. But I've hit so many pain points for people. So I want you guys, I know that's not what this call is about, but think about you, think about the pain points that you no longer have, whether it's mentally, physical, whatever this business has done or this, you know, products have done. Okay, so I took the time because this woman posted under it. She works 40 hours overnight. I'm trying to read the little comment here. Most people just said interested, but I'm gonna find her comment. Here it is. Okay. I work 40 hours overnight and weekends as an LPN. I'm a full-time RN student, exhausted daily, no life. Yep, that's me. That's all she said. Okay. Someone else had a conversation under here. Yep, that sounds like me. Finally, somebody in the same boat. She's like, yes, it kills me when my classmates are like, oh my God, I stress, whatever. Okay, so I messaged her, and it was just one person that needed help, right? So she said she was grateful that I replied. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but given my work and school schedule, I don't even know what I need right now. I'm 43, overweight, have been my entire life, a single mom of 3 early adulthood kids, 18, 20, 22. Things seem out of control, and I'm overwhelmed most days. I'm pre-diabetic, pre-hypertensive, and I would love to lose enough weight to not have to go back on medication. So she saw this ad as a cry for help, not a job, right? Well, half the people see it as a job too. So, so I took it upon myself to like find out more about it. Okay. So I said, basically, what does your typical day look like? So here's the kicker, you guys. This is how my week runs. Monday, I'm in school. Like, think about this. Monday, I'm in school, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday, school, 9 to 5, and homework research until 11 p.m. So that's 2 days in a row, 9 to 11. Wednesday's clinical, 8 to 12, and then home to veg or study. That's only Wednesday. Thursday, school, 11 to 5, quick dinner, and then work, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Think about that day. I got some sleep up by 2 p.m., spent some time running errands, house stuff, and work. And then she works doubles, 7A to 11P, Saturday and Sunday. I have little time to breathe, relax, and study. Food is usually on the run, whatever I can grab and go. So I said my eyes just bugged out reading this. Like, are you kidding me with this schedule? So initially, I was like, there's no way she's going to do anything. I can't fix this. But I said, do you think that if you were to fit in 30 minutes of a workout a day for 5 days a week, you would mentally feel better to get through the day? Honest question. And she said, yes. If I could figure out my schedule, yes. My gym membership lapsed. I would have a bad day, hit the gym, and everything would be good. Okay, so I said, remember how you felt when you were able to work out, right? Mental clarity. Okay, so then I said, I want to make sure and help. I offered her, my free group had already closed, Balancing Life, because she obviously needs that, right? Or I've got this one-on-one mentorship. So that's what I'm getting at. She said, I would love to be part of the 14-day group. It sounds like it would fit in my schedule. The one-on-one would be perfect next semester when I actually have the time to be able to put effort into it. Okay. And then I said, here's the link to my group. Send my friend request to you guys. I didn't send a friend request until way down here. And then she asked, so she was intrigued. She said, when does your one-on-one session start? Okay, one-on-one session, right? One-on-one mentorship. I have one spot left that I'm interviewing some awesome ladies for, but we start on Monday. I have not filled that spot quite yet. She's like, oh, I wish I had the time to make the commitment because I feel that that's what I need, but there's honestly no way I could do that at this point in my schedule. So keep me in mind for the next time you run a one-on-one session. I will definitely add you to my friends. I love meeting strong, loyal people. And then I was like, this lady would just fascinate me. So rather than keep her as a number, you guys, I want to find out more. I want to know these people. Forget the freaking 20 challenge packs, whatever. So I said, here's why your schedule fascinates me, because I honestly think I can get you to fit it in so that you don't end up at the end of the year with complete exhaustion. I really do think I can help you, but you have to be ready for it, and I'm not into pushing anyone. Okay? Okay, so then she says she's intrigued. And then here's what I'm going to read it. So with this one-on-one mentorship, you will be choosing a program to follow to a T for 30 days, like to a T. I wrote that. Also speak the way you would say it. Don't worry if you have bad days, that is where I come in, right? So think about it. Someone has a bad day, they're going to text you. This is what I love about this. They're not going to post it because they don't have time to get on Facebook. Okay. I will request you to do your before pictures and measurements and send them to me privately. You will follow one of the two programs for the month of November. So I'm giving them exactly like, this is it. The reason I'm making sure you follow one of these two is that I can make sure and follow along your plan daily, your choice. Because I want, you know what, like you can follow any schedule, but I'm not going to go keep looking back at PIO or T25 or whatever. Like I want to focus on you, and I'm giving you these two options so that I can focus. I know what workout you're supposed to be doing today. That's why. The reason I'm making sure you can follow these two is that I can make sure to follow along your plan daily. Your choices are the 21-day fix if you really want to Dial in your nutrition. The plan is 21 days, so you will have an extra 7 days with me to ensure you're golden. Or you can choose the new workout called Core to Force. The reason this is one of the options is that I will be doing this one with you and we'll be providing some options to work out with me online, virtually through a Skype-like call. It's so much fun to do this. Now, you guys, I haven't done this yet, but I've always wanted to do this. Like, hey guys, it's Saturday morning, I'm working out. Join me if you want to. Like, just Zoom it, right? Okay, and then you will receive a daily pick-me-up text message from me, and I will always be available through Facebook Messenger for questions and conversations about getting through the day. If we need a phone call, we will get on the phone and get you moving. You would think that this would cost a fortune, right? What I just laid out, yes. Nope, it will only cost you the amount for the kit for whichever program you choose. You buy the kit and you have me in your ear every day. I will be celebrating you every day and will be motivating you to get those results, both physically and mentally. You will soon find out how much I love personal development. So what you think? And that was it. Like, that's it. What's the cost? For the whole kit, including a 30-day free trial membership on demand where you can stream the workout. And you guys, I'm not going to send you a copy of this because I wrote this out as if I were to say it. I challenge you guys to do that. I challenge you guys to write it out as if you were to say it with confidence. Okay, this is the other thing with templates. I'm really trying to get it because I want to type it as if I were saying it. For that whole kit, including a 30-day free trial of Beachbody On Demand where you can stream the workout and you will have the meal plans the moment you purchase it, and the Shakeology for 30 days. She's pre-diabetic. Your blood sugar will thank you so much for that, right? It's personalized. And the containers for $140. You have me in your ear for every day for free. Said and done, you will feel like that Wonder Woman on your page. So like we already friend requested and someone had put like Wonder Woman for her because obviously her schedule's so crazy. Totally 100% personalized. Guess what? Zero objection. This woman with the craziest schedule on the planet, no objection. She started today. She got the containers on Friday. She already started playing with it, and she has been off Diet Pepsi. Hold on, I'm going to tell you this. She texted me this morning. Hold on. I got to read this to you because this is exactly what I've been like dying for so long. Okay. I have been doing the diet plan with the containers since I got them on Friday already. I have so much more energy than I normally do. Add in the workout starting tomorrow and I will feel amazing. I didn't realize how bad my food choices were making me feel. The only thing that has been hard to give up is my Diet Pepsi. I have had one daily for years, and I usually eat Reese's or Twix daily and have had zero cravings for a candy bar. No soda, no candy since Friday. That caca would not be posted in a challenge group. Right? That's what I want. And gifts help. Look, gifts help. You send gifts. Gifts help. Right? And she's dying laughing because this is me. I'm in your corner. For me, this is, it's like I have new life again. And maybe it's giving you some ideas, and maybe those of you who are running amazing challenge groups have gotten some other ideas on like how to teach your coaches to kind of take a baby step and then learn from you on doing amazing challenge groups. The one thing I want to say about that too is I know for a fact, those of you that have amazing challenge groups, type like you speak, okay? If we give those templates to other people, it's not as if they were speaking. You've created your groups on your own. Ellie, who's not here, but I'm looking at her name, she created those groups as if she was speaking it. And that's why her groups are the way they are. That's why Tandy, your groups are the way they are. That's why Heather, she's the way she is, you know. This is an opportunity for coaches, for new coaches, to still be incredibly successful and not feel bad about not running challenge groups. And still, like me, like being accountable, drinking your shake in the challenge tracker, right? So my lovely lady is in the challenge tracker. The other two haven't quite gotten in there yet. So guess what? I'm going to suggest it again. Okay, if you want to be accountable, you've got that tracker. And then they see the people that are already in there having fun and being accountable. And that's where community comes in. Okay. Questions? Jamie, speak up.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
They're signing up with you for 30 days, right?
One-on-one for 30 days, yeah.
What do you do with them after?
Then they'll always be in my challenge tracker app. I'll always invite them. They can always be in there. And guess what? If they do amazing, then they see the challenge tracker app. They see what coaching is. They see this one-on-one mentorship. Oh, my friend that I work with, she needs this. Okay, if she needs this, why don't you work one-on-one with her, become a coach? It's not this scary thing. Like, that's an easy conversation to have. But she needs to get results first.
Totally.
Right? I mean, you're a perfect example of that too. Like, you brought to the product first, and then got into this coaching. Right?
And then what kind of stuff are you sending? I have a whole list.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you sending daily? Like, is it?
Whatever comes to my heart.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever the conversations have been like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this weekend I took a screenshot of all the apps and I sent it to all three of them and I said, I suggest that you download these apps. And it was like, the challenge tracker app, the BOD app, the 21-day fix app, right? Because that's what I'm using. I don't know. And then I see one of them post on social media that she's doing it. She posts Shakeology in her container. So the other thing is, like, I went and followed them and saw, to see first on all three of them. Like, that's easy to manage. 3 people. And I see she posted this, and I see, like, okay, I mean, and the conversations down below talk about meal plans. So I was like, oh, she's prepping this weekend. Okay, go to my Evernote, find a meal plan, text her the note. She's like, you must have been reading my mind.
That's awesome.
Oh, I'm paying attention, right? So she's got more meal plans. They said start with those. I've got more where they come from. But there are a lot of them are individual. But every once in a while, I sent a motivational quote, a couple of motivational quotes this weekend to all 3 of them. That just like, what would I be feeling if I was starting a, Because that's personally how I was running my challenge groups. But nobody was listening because they didn't have the time.
Right.
I was like, what is everybody feeling? That's what I'm sending. So no scripts, it's me and you,
Yep.
Okay, any other questions you have while you're on here? And then
just real quick, I guess, so I do a lot of like follow-up. I have my challenge group running, but I do a lot of follow-up with everybody outside of that anyway. So I sort of feel like I'm doing double work because I'm planning posts for people who are like, I have sort of 2 groups of people. I have a group of people who just kind of check in every day, they plug along, they respond to my posts, they're good. And then I have another group of people who don't, and they need more follow-up, right? And I'm doing a lot of like reactive follow-up. Oh, you haven't checked in a couple of days, and now I'm checking in with you. I guess my question.
I've done that for years, and you know
so
what?
Is it,
I'll tell you what. I'm going to be honest with you. It's exhausting.
It is.
And I can't say it never changed the way they showed up. I can say that if I keep showing up in their face, eventually some of them do go, okay, it's time for me to. And I have a few of those people that have come back around, but they're never really me going, hey, you haven't checked in. They're just me like seeing my stuff on social media again and like, okay, I'm ready to come out. For me, following up, because I don't think I ever set that expectation.
Right. You never set the, I'm sorry, my kids are talking at me.
No, I never, like with this one-on-one mentorship, like you're going to tell me if you're having a bad day. In my email, actually, it's very
Right.
important. I will have.
I will come check in and you. Okay, I'll check in on you, okay? Sorry.
Okay, so my short
No.
email real quick once they either have signed up, got their challenge pack, they tell me they got their challenge pack.
Uh-huh.
Short email that says, text me when you purchase your challenge pack. Tell me what flavor you chose. Tell me your start date. And then I give them a scavenger hunt of 3 things to find in their BOD. Find your core to force program, launch the eating plan, find out what portions you're going to need, and text them to me. Here's my phone number. You're going to be receiving an email from me to participate in a community group /app to track your accountability and your Shakeology. It's called the Beachbody Tracker app. Number 5, where here's the point. Here's where it becomes really a one-on-one mentorship versus just being in a group with others. You will be texting me. Oh, I haven't forced this in a while. This was sent like a week ago, so they probably forgot about this. You will be texting me at least one of your meals you have eaten during the day, preferably your dinner. I will tell you, I got that from Sarah Try when I saw her last week. That they're doing something similar in her challenge group, posting all their dinners. Preferably your dinner. You will also send me a text that says what time you will be working out the following day. So what will you need to text me every day? Number 1, at least 1 meal. Number 2, what time you're working out tomorrow. I will be texting you a morning message. And I ask that if life throws you a major curveball, just let me know. Honesty will be your best friend in this. And that's it. Very simple email. But I set the expectations. Like it's you and me. So I think in your situation, I think it's different. I don't think that expectation is there.
Yep. Yep.
So I don't think that you really need to spend the time going, hey, you haven't worked out. Hey, because that's not really what they signed up for. I don't know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, that totally makes sense. It's setting the expectation. I mean, when you said that, it was like, oh. Yeah.
So when you're working one-on-one with someone, then you're
right.
Well, if you're going to do this, I'm only doing this with 3 people. So
right.
It's okay if you don't, and I will perfectly be okay with inviting you to the Challenge Tracker app. Totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you're just going to purchase the basic program and life is going to get in the way, whatever. I'm not going to spend my time following up with you because that's not the expectation we set.
Yeah. And then, so I guess at the end of 30 days, you're just hoping that they now have such a...
I just am like, celebrate the world. I'm going to celebrate that they have results. And like, they are going to be my poster children, So yeah. I'm going to send them gifts. I'm going to send them whatever, because it's been so long since I've had that I haven't even looked past 30 days.
Right.
I honestly haven't. We will decide when that comes because I want people to succeed.
Okay. Keep us updated.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do I post anything in the group, in the Challenge Tracker app? No, I don't. It's not like your typical challenge group. Like nobody, I'm sorry, but if you read her schedule, do you think you would have time to read a post? No. So guess what? I did my workout. I drank my shake. Here, look, right? Those are my people. That's not to say that that's not your people. If your people love to read and what you write is amazing, which is true, that's why we started that, because that feedback, was amazing. But you have to look at maybe the reason why people are not commenting under your post is that maybe that's just not their thing and not what you're writing. And maybe you're writing amazing stuff and maybe people are commenting on it because that's your thing, right? So individualize that. Okay, Tandy, you wrote something long. This is rocking my world. I keep hearing such great points, but I literally cannot wrap my head.
Mine, Anna. Go to somebody else.
Why?
Because I think I'm in a different place than most of the rest of them, so.
No, I like her questions.
Okay, I'm not eliminating my free group process. I just didn't talk about that tonight. By me talking about how to take it to the next step in the challenge group. To eliminate challenge groups is actually making me stress out, even though I love what you're saying about duplication. Or not duplicating groups, so that part of taking this how. You know what? I think supporting them, the easiest way to support past people is the challenge tracker app. Especially if you run a 30-day group and now you have the ability to invite the last group into the next group. It's like click, 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 click. They can choose to take it or not. That's how I'm doing it. I'm pulling all the people that did my last group, my last real challenge group, and I pulled them into November. Half of them chose to do it and half of them didn't, right? Which is they choose to show up or not. So that's how I'm supporting them. Because I think you have a really great question. And honestly, when I think about things like this, I think about you and how successful you've been with your big groups. And so I always try and be like devil's advocate for me. Like, okay, but what if, like, she's doing it this way. So am I thinking in the right direction? So I use you as kind of a barometer as well. So I think though, you're number one, you're getting people results, right? Otherwise you wouldn't be doing these groups. You're having them sign up as coaches, right? But they're not duplicating. So I think that offering those people the opportunity to, like, what if you worked one-on-one with someone? Doesn't mean you need to change your way, but it gives you the option to take those people who you feel like they're still on your shoulders, to give them one person. So that they're focusing on the one person, which means they're focusing on themselves, which means it's taking it off of you. Right? Does that make sense or no? Or am I totally like...
I see what you're saying, and it does make sense. I'm not sure I've wrapped my head around the whole process yet.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Let's think. Now you're going to be on my mind all night because I want to, like, I'm a solution finder. Okay, Holly, it is tiring. I do the same thing. Follow up with my people. Say they want to join my 21-day group, but they never join. Yeah. And guess what? You end up spending all this time. So if you're just finding 3 people to just, like, be your friend and work with you one-on-one, and it not making it, I think to me, you're not making it a big deal. You're making it a big deal about them, but you're not making it this, like, thing. I don't know. No, I don't literally stop. Like, my goal was to work with 3 to 5 people. I honestly hit 8 points. So I had a couple of people buy the basic pack. So guess what they got? An invite to the challenge tracker app. Too. So I got Shakeology, I got 8 points, but I got a lot of purchases. So if I have 8 people, then I'm going to work with 8. If I've had the conversation about a one-on-one mentorship. If I have 4 people that I had that conversation and 4 people ended up buying a challenge pack, I'm going to invite those other 4 people into the challenge tracker app because we haven't had that conversation. We haven't set those expectations, and I'm going to be wasting my breath thinking we're working one-on-one when we really haven't set that up. But if they purchased it and we haven't had the conversation, they'll be in my challenge tracker app, and I will still connect with them, but it's not the same thing. And no, I mean, I would love to hit 10 a month, which is 5 people, right? 5 people. I can manage 5 people a month. But I want to make this doable for everybody. Now, keep in mind, too, guys, this business is individual. If I'm hitting Success Club, I'm hitting Success Club. I don't care if it's 10. I don't care if it's 20. I'm hitting it. I want to keep things to enough that I can make it work. And if I have 10 people saying, I want to do your one-on-one mentorship, I'm going to have to break it down. I'm going to have to not do 10 people. I don't see that happening because I'm not asking that many people. I'm asking the people that it's right for. And those 3 people, I did not get objections. So the people that I really dug into the one-on-one mentorship, I had 3 other people. One that was going to do it and then she had to back out. Another one that I just never followed up because I was too focused on these 3 people. So I never really got it. I got 1 objection, but I didn't ask 25 people, right? The conversation led that way because I made it this really amazing special thing. I don't know. Okay. You like small groups of 10 or less. I think for myself, adding the live classes has changed my mindset. I need to learn how to mesh that and meeting new people and adding them into the group or similar. Chrissy, and I know that we've been meaning to have a conversation about this, and I know that this is along the same topic of how do we plug people in so that they're getting results. Now, Chrissy has her live classes during the week, and she wants to be able to connect them to the rest of what's going on, right? And be able to manage that. I think that using the Challenge Tracker app, in that case, if you're not going to work one-on-one with them, right? So let's just say let's take the one-on-one thing first. If you find 2 or 3 people in your live class that you've had amazing conversations on the side, and you're like, this is awesome. You're showing up to, I don't know how many classes they would show up to, 2, 3 classes a week. It's awesome. I want you to get results. I want to work with you one-on-one. It's a text message every day, right? If you worked with 3 of those people one-on-one, you had that conversation about having one-on-ones, they get the challenge pack, they get your Shakeology, and they have you every single day, and then they have your live class 3 days a week, right? For those that you've had great conversations but are not quite ready to do this one-on-one thing with you, but they want to buy Country Heat, just to kind of do it off on the other days, they still go in the Challenge Tracker app, but they don't get a text message from you every day. This is a way for you to carry on the conversation the rest of the week, both ways. Either with the Challenge Pack, you get me one-on-one, I'm for free. They're like, what? You're for free? You are so amazing. We see you 3 days a week, and you get to talk to me. And you're going to talk to me every day, and all I have to buy is this kit, right? And then they get to talk to you in class, and then the other people get to buy whatever they want to buy, and then they still have the accountability the rest of the week. Because I know that with live classes, which is the same thing with personal trainers, the challenge is what are they doing the rest of the week? That's where you connect them. Nutrition and what they're doing the rest of the week. And that's either accountability or you're one-on-one, all right, I'm going to walk you through the next 30 days, right? Is that helpful? I saw you nodding. Okay. Ross. Okay, thanks for joining us, Ross. So I'm not connecting one-on-one with your current challenge. Whoa. I've been selling that as part of my groups for a long time. I do it just, no, I'm not, because they're in my challenge. Those that want to continue staying accountable, they're in my Challenge Tracker app, and I connect with them there. I'm high-fiving them when they're posting, So that's how I connect with them. They send me private messages too. It's not, I carry on those conversations on their page, and the people that show up are not 100 people, so I don't have to manage 100 people. For me, I have a few people show up in my group every month, show up. And those people show up on my feed, and then they show up on my messenger, and we just But it's never me. I will be honest with you. It's never, and it never has been me. Like, all right, how you doing? Are you needing any help? I'm here for you. Like, that's not me, and it never has been. My staying connected with them is having fun on social media with them. Like, I've got this accountability that's there for you, and you know what I do, and I'm here for you every day. So if you ever have questions, they ask questions. But I never really paid close attention to people to where they got results. So here's where it's starting. I can only work with 3 to 5 people to get results for me. And then after that, it's like you're always going to be my challenge group. And you know what? Guess what ends up happening? I'm sure this will happen. They're going to help the rest of the group that are struggling in the Challenge Tracker app. They're probably going to be coaching anyways. And then you have the conversation. Like the old days. Like before challenge groups. That's how we did it. Okay. Finish this up soon. 9 people in the group and thought about doing free groups within to help build potentials. Free groups, again, this is a different subject and we're already on an hour. But free groups, I spent and I talked about this before, I spent so much time and effort and heart and value and content in my free groups that I can't run it every month. It's got to be every quarter. But my goal was to connect with those people to really make me real, so that come December's group, guess who I'm going to be following up with? Those people who didn't get in the one-on-one with me this month, and I can talk about what went on in this one-on-one. How is your balance going? Are you crazy busy again? I'm doing it again in December. I'm only working with 3 people. Do you want to do it? Because now that's giving them a month, like, right? Again, I don't need 20 points. I need enough so that I'm getting 3 to 5 people results at the end of the month. For me, that's what success is. In my bank account, Success Club is also connected to that. I get good feedback, and I know my groups have created my lifers in this, because it seems like the lifers are the ones who really plug into the whole community. But I think that when the focus is so on challenge group, that's when we find people getting sold a challenge pack and then being dumped into a group and forgotten about. Yeah, absolutely. Although some people just aren't naturally inclined to post in a group, maybe they are too busy to actually check in a group daily. I just think this is opening the door to really personalize. Yeah, all this is, and I don't want you guys to like stop what you're doing. This is just permission. This is what it is. This is just permission to do this the way you feel comfortable doing it. How do you feel comfortable doing it? And how do you think that your coaches will see success in it? You want so badly, because I know I do, you want so badly for your coaches to see success in this business. You're always thinking of ways to do it. And you're like, why this works for me. Why aren't they doing? I gotta find another way. All this is giving you permission to not have to follow the rules that are not even there. Right? Oh, Eli made it to the call. Awesome. Okay, you guys. Any more questions, feedback? I love the feedback and questions and groups and stress of the pay groups. You know what? Here, Natalie, this is the perfect. I know it says Ellie, you guys. It's Natalie. I see her face. And by the way, high five on the half marathon yesterday. High five. She ran a half marathon yesterday. He's down here. Okay. So Natalie, I'm throwing this out there. Did you hit Success Club last month? No. Okay. So what's the difference between last month and this month? If you work with one person, two people, you still may not hit Success Club, but guess what? If you're working with them one-on-one, don't you feel like you're doing an amazing job as a coach because you're seeing them? Even if, because I think my point on that is, how many of this entire team are hitting Success Club? Not very many. So what's the difference? You have I'm gonna generalize this. You have one coach that's never hit Success Club that chooses to work with one person one-on-one. They sell one challenge pack, even though they didn't hit Success Club, and they walk them through every day for the next 30 days. And oh my gosh, this person that bought something for me, I got them success. I feel successful as a coach, even though I'm not hitting Success Club, which didn't happen the last 9 months anyways. But this month, I feel more successful because it helps someone, right? That's my point on help. Let's help people that have not hit Success Club hit success. Success as coaches is just helping people. I get so fired up, sorry. Okay. It's talking about me running groups, and I love running groups, but I do actually what she's talking about now. I talk individually every day with every new challenger and use the groups to support the returning ones. The groups don't work by themselves without one-on-one. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Tanny, you run amazing groups. You do have this element of one-on-one connection. And however you do it, you are one of the most talented people I know, but keeping up with that, I couldn't do. My message thread is, I cannot keep up with that. And I think that's where you start comparing yourself. You can easily compare yourself. I can easily compare myself to Tandy. Like, oh my God, how does she send all these messages every day? She does it. It's her talent. She's awesome at it. I suck at it. So guess what? Tunnel vision. You run how you run. Like, you make this individual, you work how it feels good. I think that the small wins and you getting people results is what keeps you in this business forever. And Tandy, you're getting people results in challenge groups. So I'm not saying that challenge groups are not the way to go. I'm saying if you run them really well, then that's amazing and you've changed lives. And maybe those coaches that are not duplicating that were not meant to. Maybe you've just changed that many people's lives. That's it. They're not ready to have themselves change others' lives. Right? I mean, that could perfectly be, and that could be it. Jamie, I talked to people there, but I don't necessarily ask them why they didn't do the workout. Yeah, and Tandy, that's how I was running mine as well. You have a knack, and people love you. For me, that was not my thing. I discovered, and I had to be okay with it. Yeah, Tandy run like textbook amazing challenge group. So if you love the community and the engagement and then Tandy, I want you to do a call on running an amazing challenge group. And I can't remember, you did a call a long time ago. Look at that, I've got one of my girls texting me. Okay, go ahead. Yes, I want you to do a call on running an amazing challenge group.
Okay.
Okay. In fact,
I really think the key to running an amazing challenge group is the one-on-one connection that you've been talking about. I was thinking when you were talking earlier that it had to be replaced with the one-on-one connection, and that's not, you don't have to replace the challenge
No.
group. But
But 90% of people that run challenge groups don't have that one-on-one connection. And I'm speaking to the masses, right?
that's the light bulb that clicked on for me during this conversation.
Yeah, you do have that element. And 90% of us don't. So, but yeah, I would love for you to do that. And if you're free next Monday, because it's my birthday, and Michelle Butts is coming into town on my birthday. I'm gonna take her to Hollywood. Yeah, I got the day off. I'm gonna take her around to Hollywood. Okay, you guys, this is helpful. Is it? Now I'm glad, Tandy, you're not like, oh my God, I want to shoot myself now. Right? You're good.
Just trying to figure out on the kiddo thing, because I always have the boys on Monday nights because my husband's not home.
I know. It doesn't have to be formal. Just tell me. But yes, I would love for you to do challenge groups, because it's, again, this is just the way I do it. And obviously you do it differently, and hearing from you would be incredibly helpful. Okay. Run a team call from Hollywood. No. We'll do a hey, hello. That's it. Okay. Very helpful. Awesome. Let's take a team picture since we've gone over. Don't anybody leave. Turn your cameras on. I love the discussion, you guys. I totally, totally love it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it. Thanks, everybody. Bye.